Hi, girls.
Hello.
It's Fionn. Am I saying it right?
Fionn.
Fionn.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's okay. Either
Okay.
way. That's
Fionn.
We take Fionn too.
Yeah, we'll
take
it.
Okay. Alanna?
Yes.
Brianne?
Brianne, yes.
Cool. So you're from Vancouver,
We are from Vancouver, yeah.
and it's your first time in Montreal?
Yes, and we're very excited. We've been wanting to come here for ages. So yeah.
Cool.
it's
And
great.
you're touring with JJ Wilde,
Yeah.
so that must be exciting.
It's so exciting. She's amazing. Like, it was just such a great opportunity to get onto this tour. So we're really
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Well, I listened to your last few songs you just released, and the Snake song.
Yeah, that's the newest one. That's by far our saltiest release. in a
Yeah.
while, yeah.
And that's like a very JJ Wilde flavor, because you know how
Yeah.
she's got that vibe, right?
It kind of, it sort of does. I mean, I'll take that as a compliment too.
A bit of femme rage, I feel like as a female artist singing rock music, it's like a really good way to kind of get
your anger out.
yeah.
Yes, it's a little different from your last couple of albums. I'm thinking of the one, the Constellation one, was more like popish disco. You used a lot more like electronic, like keyboards and stuff.
Yeah.
And then now you're getting more into the guitar. Is that?
Yeah, well, we always have played instruments. Like,
Okay.
we started busking when we were 12 at Granville
Busking?
Island in Vancouver, and we
Wow.
were a country duo back then, actually,
Okay.
as a couple of 12-year-olds. And then our very first album was sort of more folk rock
Okay.
vibes, and then we did sort of an alternative record, again with like a rock vibe, and then we tried doing some pop, but we honestly missed playing our instruments. So then we were like, but we were experimenting along the way because we were so young, right? We were just trying to figure out what exactly we wanted to be. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you started super young then as well.
Yeah.
So now it's like the evolution of Fionn. So it's like the folk and the country style, and then the popish, and now it's a little rockish, and you're covering all your bases, sort of.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
feel like we're kind of in a way now combining every genre we've done.
Yeah.
Like even now we're kind of like dressing more like how we did during the Candid Constellations era, because we really loved presenting ourselves that way. But now we're changing up the sound a little bit. And I think our next record is kind of like everything combined, which we're very excited about. We like to call it femme rock these days. That's kind of
I saw that on your Instagram. Like, is femme rock a new thing, or?
I don't even know. I mean, I don't know. I think that it's just like, we're just like, it's feminine rock, It's like,
I love
it's
that.
rock for the girls.
I feel like I'm feeling a bit of a femme rock wave coming in with like
Yes.
lots of artists like
I got
Olivia Rodrigo, Chapel Roan, and those ladies.
Chapel Roan, exactly. And your outfits are like a little. Are you channeling some
Yeah.
Chapel Roan here a little bit?
I think probably a little bit. We
love
love
it.
Chapel
And
Roan.
Barbie.
And just,
And
I don't know,
Barbie.
we just like getting on stage in like a stage outfit. You know what I mean? Like something that it's like glittery and fun. And it's just like, we find when we see artists that get on stage that have like a really fun outfit on, I feel like it just adds to the whole experience.
does.
And
We're just genuinely like femme presenting. So we've just decided that that's kind of, we're just kind of
And we
going
don't,
with
like-
how we feel.
we don't want to change that just because we're doing rock music, Like we had this
yeah.
moment where like, oh, should we make it a little more edgy because it's rock? And
Yeah.
we're like, no, we gotta stick, be ourselves and like do what we like to do. So yeah.
Well, I like that. Well, I got a beaches vibe from some of your songs. You kind of reminded me a little bit of the
That's
beaches. Did you ever get that comparison?
A few times on this tour, which is like amazing to hear.
It's a
Because we've
great
been
comparison.
Beaches fans for a long time.
Well, beaches, and I'm even going to go further back with the Runaways. Do you know Joan Jett's first
Ooh,
band?
yeah,
With
yeah.
such a cherry bomb.
Oh,
I got such a cherry bomb vibe, which I'm like, I loved it. Well, Joan Jett wasn't the original singer for
It was Marie Curie?
Marie.
Was that correct?
Maybe that was her. Oh my gosh, if I'm messing
I
this up, I'm
blanked
so
out too.
sorry.
But
Yeah,
did you see the movie?
I did see the
It was
movie.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got too. And,
Ooh, I like that.
and they
I
were
like
kind
it.
of glamish too.
They were back then. Yeah, that's
You know,
like
there was a lot of like glam rock in the 70s and stuff, So I don't think it's not too far off a thing,
we're not inventing a new thing.
No, we're not claiming to invent something, to have
No.
invented something new, but
I just think it's cool that like the more glam aesthetic is kind of coming back, and we were already kind of feeling that with our pop record, so we're like happy to bring it forward again.
Well, also visually, like when you go to a show, like as a spectator, I'd rather see someone looking sparkly and shiny and pretty, and that could
Fun.
really rock out and sing some serious, heavy songs as well.
Yeah, I just think at the end of the day, it's about doing whatever's the most authentic to you, and that's what's going to come across the best. Like some people might not feel comfortable wearing something like this on stage, and then I don't think you should if you don't feel comfortable. I think whatever is the most authentic is going to shine through the most, and we've kind of always been a bit like, it's like our Leo rising. It's like we've always been a bit loud presenting. So
Are you both? Are you both? Obviously, you're twins. Are you Leos?
We're not actually. We're
Yeah.
Pisces, so we're March girlies, but
we're Leo our rising sign. If you've gotten
Okay,
that deep into
deep
the
into
astrology,
astrology,
then
Okay, hold up, because there's one of your song Leo, which I love the lyric about the vacuum cleaner. That like, okay, I'm all over the place, but because I'm a Pisces, so I tend to be all over the place
I
too.
love it.
So you feel,
A fellow Pisces.
Yay. So that Leo song, you have this line about you want to get a cordless vacuum cleaner. So your lyrics are super eclectic, and it's really refreshing because like I like the way you just kind of put things together that don't make sense, but they make sense. So do you both write lyrics?
We do, yeah. So usually
Wow.
it's the songs on our record are either written by me or Brianne, or sometimes we do co-writes with friends. But
Okay.
yeah, we don't usually like writing together because
We fight.
we fight. Yeah, if we're being 100% honest, we are.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
bicker.
we're best friends in the world, but also the twins out there know, and just siblings in general. Like we, we'll get into little tiffs and we'll bicker a bit, but I think especially writing, it's kind of like the thing that we get to do apart from one another. You know what I mean? It's like our own.
This is the only thing we get to do apart from one another.
So you have certain songs that you do all the lyrics, and then it's your story. You're telling from your perspective, and then you have your own.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So who wrote the one about the vacuum? Who's
That was kind of a
Okay, that
combination.
one was-
that was I had that in my notes for a while though, because I do have a vacuum cleaner with a very long cord, and
so do I.
It's very frustrating.
Is it the ones when you pull and then it like gets like sucked in, and then it usually hits you in the foot or something?
Something like, and maybe that's what happened to me, but I had it written down in there for a while. It seems kind of silly out of context.
No, it's an irritating experience having to vacuum with a big corded vacuum
You're
cleaner.
the first person to actually bring up that line.
Because it was just so bizarre, and I'm like, I get it. I get it. But a lot of your lyrics, okay, what's the one when it's is it in this? I wrote it down, but it's in the Snake song. It was the what do you say? Fuck, kill, marry. Is that in this?
Oh, that's
the casual relationship song.
Yeah.
Bad at being casual. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like based on that. It was like a game that kids would play in like not
I know,
elementary.
no,
sorry,
I do
in
know
high
it.
school.
It's funny.
Not
I
appropriate.
remember like the week I was writing that song, some girls and we were like just casually playing Fuck, Marry, Kill. And I hadn't played it in years, so that's why when it just like was in the tip of my consciousness, and I just But that's how it feels sometimes. You want to do all three. I don't know.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I hate you, but I love you at the same time.
Yeah, I find what was not the Constellation album, the album right after that one.
Oh, I Might Start Smoking.
I Might Start Smoking. That album had more, I find, vulnerable, tender, very sensitive songs. And now the last two releases that you just came out in the last couple of months, one was June, one was October. They're more like kind of, when I spoke with JJ a while back, I had this theory that men write love songs, idolizing and, loving women and just, admiring women. And women write songs about assholes that piss them off, or like women don't write the same kind of love songs as men do, right? Like when women write a love song, they're usually pissed off.
There's I don't know. I think there's a combination. Like, I think, well, the thing is right now we're releasing singles, so they're going to be a little bit more upbeat and like maybe not as tender and serious because we're usually the singles aren't, but for the album, when we do release it, we do have some more sweet like love songs as well.
She has one that's like my favorite love song she's ever written that we wanted to be the album closer. But the rest of the album actually though is pretty a
little
rage infused.
I think you just gotta write what you're feeling in the moment, I've
had a few negative experiences. I have a very lovely, kind boyfriend now, but last year was rough, so it's going to be a little bit more of snake behavior, bad at being casual vibes, I think.
But we need songs like that too, to that release all that frustration. It's like It's funny because you write about relationships. It's like that Taylor Swift syndrome where are guys afraid to date you now because you're gonna if they don't behave, you're gonna write a nasty song about them, or do they know?
I think I may have scared a few. I
Did
think a few
you?
of them were scared. But then they got written about, so I guess they were scared for a
They
reason.
better watch themselves.
They-
then.
yeah.
They knew they were gonna screw me over or
Like,
something. I
they
don't know.
only need to be afraid if they know they're gonna do something shady.
It's kind of a bad sign if they're afraid.
Yeah.
If they're not afraid, then they know that they're not.
Then
gonna...
they're not gonna do anything bad. They're not afraid. Like, yeah.
So, how long is this tour going to go on for now? Like you're in Montreal,
Mhm.
and then you've got a couple of days off. You said.
Yeah, we have 3 days off, I think, and then we're going to Fredericton, and then we're doing 2 dates in Nova Scotia, I
Oh.
think so, and then I'm sorry, it's like
No,
you
it's
know what
okay.
I hate it, but it's like the days are just going by so fast. It's like
Oh.
I'm like I only am focusing on what I'm doing tomorrow, so I
Okay.
keep
I know it's been like that for like the past
for like
3
the
weeks.
past 3 weeks.
But we're circling back around after the Maritimes to Kingston, Ontario, London, and then we're ending the tour in Toronto. Yeah.
Okay. When is your tour going to end? Like December?
The 22nd of November.
Oh,
Yeah.
so then okay, you just got a couple of weeks to go,
Yeah.
and then you're off, and then it's going to be the holidays.
Yes, yeah,
yeah.
it'll be nice to kind of to have a little bit of a break. But then we want to just get back at it in the new year and hopefully plan some more another tour. I don't know. That's kind
Okay. Back to Vancouver. You're from Vancouver, and you
Mhm.
live in
Yes.
Vancouver.
of yes, we do.
Okay. So, so you released the 2 singles, but is there going to be like a full album coming, or you're just doing single by single now?
We are planning on releasing most of the album as singles, so it'll be a lot of singles coming up in the next like year. I think we'd love to put the record out maybe end of summer or fall next year. We're kind of
Yeah.
we're playing it by ear a little bit.
We
seeing
don't
how
want to
feel.
rush it. We want to take our time and make sure that it's like the best that it can be. But we will be releasing singles along the way because we have a lot of songs ready. I guess that's the beauty of having like 2 people writing is that we always have songs on the back burner.
So you're both multi-instrumental. I can't say it. Say it.
Instrumentalists.
That's it. One multi-instrumentalists. Okay.
I just
guitar and
play
piano.
I actually don't play piano, even though
No?
both my mom owns a
Yeah.
piano school. My dad
Oh,
is like traveled here in a band playing the piano, but
okay.
I think I rejected it because
Oh.
my parents wanted me to do it too much.
It seemed a bit too serious. As kids, we were really hyper, so we like couldn't sit still at the bench, at the piano bench.
That's true. We
So
couldn't.
Wow. I have a sister too. We both took piano, and she's a piano teacher.
Mhm.
And I had my piano teacher was this old Russian
Oh my god.
woman, and she used to hit me on the fingers with a
No,
ruler.
what?
No, really.
That's not good. Like I hate
So-
that because it's
So I didn't play piano.
yeah, I don't like
no.
that because it's just
I know.
it's music. Like you're supposed to
Yeah.
enjoy it, and
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be some
it's
uptight
that's
thing. I think
that's not cool.
we
I
always knew we
know.
wanted to be singers, so I think we thought the piano was kind of uncool when we were younger. So then we just went to singing lessons instead. But when we were a country band, I played mandolin and she played acoustic
okay.
guitar. And then so now I play bass, but I guess I'd be between the bass and the mandolin.
So your bass, your guitar.
Hmm.
And on the album, though, I guess you have session musicians, or
No, we play.
are you?
Yeah, we play most of the stuff.
Oh, cool.
It's either us or our producer. Like if I'm
Okay.
not like that precious about it. If like one of our producers thinks of something and plays it, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I have to replay it so that it's me. Sometimes, but for the most part, it's just like a combination of like whoever our producer is, me and Alanna playing on the.
Also, do you know who Lucius is? Lucius. They're 2 female singers. They toured with Roger Waters. They do a lot of backup vocal.
No, I
Lucius?
I don't think so.
Anyways, I'll show you later. But you reminded me of Lucius too. You know who Roger Waters is? From
don't
the guy from
actually.
Pink Floyd.
Oh, I know Pink Floyd, but I
Okay.
wouldn't know. That's cool though. They got to tour
Anyways,
with Roger Waters.
if I let you hear who it like, you'll see. But I'll show you later. But now I forgot what I was going to say. Where were we going before that? Oh, you said vocal lessons. That's why I thought of Lucius, because they do a lot of vocals for a lot of big stars.
Cool.
And they work on a lot of albums. And back to, so because you're twins and you're sisters, and are your voices almost the same? Because you really harmonize beautifully.
Thank you. I think they're quite similar. Mine is a bit lower than Brianne, so I would consider myself more of an alto, and she's a bit more of a
A bit,
soprano.
yeah. That's kind of, yeah. I think our voices to me sound really different, but sometimes if you haven't heard us singing that much before, people will say like, "Oh, your voice is exactly the same." But I think if you
Wow.
listen a little bit more,
Yeah.
you'll start to hear
Oh,
the
yeah.
differences.
But they really like mesh well together.
Thank you.
Cute.
Yeah.
It's just
maybe it's a twin thing.
just-
it
I
came
think
from one
magical.
egg at the end of the day.
You're like really like, I don't know, very special. Like I'm
oh,
glad
thanks.
I'm glad to talk to you.
Aw,
And it's not just because you're
thank
Pisces,
you.
for real. It's not just your
You're not
Powerpuff Girl
biased or
outfits
anything.
either. I said when I walked in black, I looked like the villain, and you're like the superhero girls. But it's okay. And now I forgot what I was going to say again. Yeah, you guys have to get on the stage like really soon, eh? You ready?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
ready.
I'm so ready.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
You excited? You got the
Yeah.
adrenaline?
Absolutely
Every
pumped.
night, like at least like a half an hour before going on stage, it's really exciting. It's just like
Yes.
like kind of jittery, but like in a good
In
way.
a good way.
Like
In a
I just
good
want to
way.
get out
Okay.
there. I'm just excited.
That's a good feeling then.
Yeah.
It's like you want to be here, and that's where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's
that's
how
how it feels.
we felt on this tour, and that's why we're just kind of dying to plan another one after this one because
Okay.
yeah, we love being on the road.
Great. Well, I can't wait to see you perform, which is going to be like really, really soon.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take up too much of your time if you have anything to do before you hit the stage. And thank you so much for speaking to us at Montreal
Of
Rocks.
course,
Yeah, thank you
And,
for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.